Snap. Alright, we're out at Adams. Man, my voice sounds so weird. Alright, we're out at Adams' workshop, out at C's garage. We're about to start just reassembling the engine. Adam's got everything sorted out, cleaning stuff down, cleaning block, everything's set up, all set out and ready to go. Adam, do you want to explain what happened to the motor?
It blew up.
It blew up. So ended up being crank pulley, yeah?
The short story is when we put this motor on the first time, the previous owner must have left the crank pulley loose, so it was wobbling around, and it actually welded some of the material from the crank pulley to the crank. Friction welded it. So we found this out like a couple of days before Naoki got here, so we kind of had to do a dodgy fix. So we pulled the crank pulley off, got in there with a grinder, ground it up as best as we could, and then threw a new pulley on it. But there must have still been some material there, so it ended up cracking just like the old one. And I just kept driving it because I wanted to drive. And then I think it got bad enough that it was wobbling around so bad that it caused some pretty bad harmonics through the motor, and then tried to eject the flywheel.
So that's when we saw the flywheel staying in the bell housing when we pulled the engine out, and all the bolts snapped off. So the fix is
just a new crank.
So we're just chucking a new crank in.
Just throw it all back together with the same old bearings and
same everything. The internet, everyone's going to love that. This engine's going back together with everything that came out of it except the new crank and new pulley. So we'll rip into it. Alright, so we've got the new crank down here. Not new, but everything's measured up and it's the same size as the one that's come out. S15 non-turbo crank.
What we do here is go back.
Got the crank cradle. What do you call this? A cradle or a girdle? A girdle.
Girdle.
The cradle's going on.
It fits really good.
Yeah, Ash's giving it the pat of approval there. Yeah.
Oh, it's got a kangaroo on it.
What? Mains are in. All torque to spec. 24 to 28 first, and then 64 to finish. So that's all torqued up. Cranks in, spinning freely. So we're going to spin it over and drop the pistons in.
Ruben's just praying to the SR20.
Please don't ever blow up again.
Oh no. So what do you use this this thing this contraption you've got in your hand for?
It's a ring compressor. It's like a super old school hillbilly style one.
And what does that do?
To compress the rings into the grooves on the pistons, so you can drop them in without it jamming up.
Cool. Safety, Ruben.
Safety first.
With safety crocs.
Someone needs to make steel-toed steel cap Crocs.
With little holes in them.
What Adam's doing is putting the ring compressor on at the bench, giving a bit of a lube up. Alright, final pistone going in. We'll roll this thing over and tighten up, torque up these rod caps. Quite terrible. Oh my god, this is Formula Drift? It's a handy little gadget, isn't it? Alright, so just using the original head bolts still at this power level. I think everyone agrees this head stud's probably not really necessary. I think I'm going to torque it up. Everything's pretty much sorted out and back together, so managed to get everything buttoned up. Spitting it out, it is all back together. Still waiting on a crank pulley. That's basically it. That'll have everything complete. Hey Ash, we have it all in there. Yeah. Alright. Okay. See you next time.
Bye.